Hey, hi, good morning. How are you doing today? It's Wednesday. Wednesday, the 29th, I believe. Yeah, it's getting that much more closer to the end of the year. Oh my goodness. I hope you're having a good day. And so far, so good. I wanted to come a little bit early because I'm not sure exactly. I'm kind of stumped today. Today, I'm supposed to do a painting and just talk a little bit. And because this is what Wednesdays usually are for me, a little talk and a little bit of painting. So I'm like, what kind of painting should I do today? There's many things that I was kind of contemplating, and one of them was a finger painting because I haven't done one for a while, and I do have some. I've painted a lot of different paintings at the moment, and a lot of different backgrounds. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean, and then maybe we can kind of get a little bit relating with. Maybe you can give me ideas of what I should paint, or what do you think I should? What I should do? Let me show you. Let me show you. I did all these pours recently because I know pouring is a big thing, pouring paint onto canvas, and so I made a few of them. And I was showing you some techniques the other day. I was showing you some different techniques. So these are mostly the boards that I was doing the techniques on. So this is one of the pours that I did. Pretty fancy, right? And now, yeah. I was just trying to make sure that there wasn't anything underneath. It's just like I see some green over there, but what happens is some of the black mixed in with the yellow and turns into a green color, a very like an olivey green color. But this is one of the paintings, and it's like I know it's like swirly and beautiful. And like I said, you can do this just getting a solo cup and just pouring different paints in there and then just having a spot where you're not going to be making a big old mess, and you can manipulate the paint around on the canvas, which is a lot of fun to do. But what to put on it afterwards is a lot of fun. I was thinking even like uh superheroes or something. Like maybe I should do like uh I don't know, what would you put on there, like a Superman, something that's got a little bit more of neat colors and stuff on there. Oh, hey, while we're here, and if you want to know a little bit more about me, I'll just turn this a little bit this way. Check out my website, KimOverholt.com. I do all kinds of things. I draw on my little whiteboard over here, and I play a little ukulele, which is just, yeah, it's a little ukulele. Actually, it's a tenor ukulele, so it's a little bit bigger than the usual ukulele. So I can get up to the next step, which is like maybe a mid-grade guitar. I'll start playing guitar because that's my next step. I'm going to be learning how to play guitar, and of course, my band's coming when I turn 60, so I still have a few years to get a little bit of practice in before we get going, right? And I've been doing great with my ukulele. The ukulele is so much fun to learn and play. And if you've never played an instrument, it is probably one of the easiest instruments to learn. Um, when I was a kid, they taught you if you wanted to learn how to play a violin or the recorder. Nobody ever said ukulele, and I'm like, if I'd have known ukulele, I'd be like, oh man, put me on it because I love my ukulele. It's my beautiful hummingbird ukulele. The little, so on the center. That's it. Well, the thing came off of it, the little thing that the hummingbird on it, but it is the hummingbird ukulele from Epiphone, and I got it for my 50th birthday, so I enjoy playing it. Oh, I just gave away my age. But I didn't say how long ago I turned 50, so that you'll have to guess. Um, yes, it was like it's in the future. It never happened really. And yeah, so there's this one here. So it's very pretty. I love the color. I mean, and the next one is like the complete opposite. Well, not really, but I mean, it's more yellowy greens and darks. And I put my finger through actually when I was done doing the pour, I put my finger through it, so it gives it like a snaky, squirmy kind of feel to it, right? So, and I like this one. It actually, like, I love paintings that you can actually touch. I think there's nothing wrong with being able to touch a painting. You should be able to touch a painting. If it's got this, you just want to touch it, you should. But I'm like, okay, I don't want to waste this because it's like this, it would make for a cool background again for something or somebody, but I don't know what. So if you guys have any suggestions, I mean, I am all ears to hear what you might want to see maybe on this particular one. I'm not sure. I think underneath was a portrait of somebody. and I just kind of like it didn't turn out the way I planned it. So I thought, I'll just do a pour over top of it because this is the great thing about being an artist, and especially when you work with paints, acrylic paints. There are layers, layers, and layers, and acrylics you can do that layer, and it doesn't take long to dry. Where if you use oils to do these in oils, it would they would be dripping forever and take forever to dry, and you wouldn't be able to do cute little wild things like this. Like I love that. Like put your finger on it and follow it. Ooh, that's so cool, right? So yeah, I just want to think like of something to put on there. I was thinking of doing like finger paintings with this particular one. Oh, it even feels neat on the back too. Look at on the back. Yeah, I know. It's so wow, wild. So there's that one too. So that's the one to think about as well. And then I have the one I did just recently. It's pretty, I showed you how to do different techniques with this. Like I did a scraping with this down here, and we did a splatter at the beginning with just removing paint with water. And again, it's one of those things where if you wanted to, you could really make it into something really kind of cool, neat. But I'm in a spot where I'm like, what can I do with it? What could go on these things? What do you think? You got any suggestions? I'm in, like I say, for taking any suggestions. I might even play with this one a little bit more, add a little bit more scraping on it, and see what kind of effects come off of it. So that's the kind of a cool thing to do. And like, I mean, it looks so. I don't say it looks like out of the '80s or something, but it's very colorful. It definitely is very colorful, and it makes me think of the '80s for some reason. So maybe I'll do somebody from the '80s on this. Maybe Pee Wee Herman. No, Pee Wee Herman, the '80s or the '90s. I can't remember. Maybe you guys can tell me. I don't know. And if you want to follow along with me, I mean, and click my little button and just kind of hang out with me and learn a little bit about art and stuff like that, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to kind of give you a little bit more suggestions and point you in the right direction if I can. This morning I woke up with songs going through my head. You ever wake up like that? You've got a song in your head, and it's just like it's surprising that you're thinking of that song when it's not even like in your range of like uh, music that you listen to all the time. It's like one of those just kind of shot from out of the '80s. It was the '80s or the '90s. Maybe it was the '90s. Um, I'll see if I can play it for you because it's wacky Wednesday. Anything can happen. And what did I say? What today is? Yeah, yeah. So it's a little bit of learning about paint and a little bit of talking to you about stuff. So yeah, um, yeah. So I've been thinking about because this world is wacky and crazy right now. Of trying to find ways to make extra cash and things like that because even though I'm just rolling in it right now. I'm always thinking of ways to make and you can so you can be well off when you're older, because like by the way things are going at this pace in um, finances for a lot of people right now, it's almost like 2008 again, and I'm a little bit worried. And the finances, the financial bubble. That I mean, who knows? Who knows what's coming, right? It's a shit show. It's a shot in the dark. It's one of those things where you just don't know what's coming around the corner. And I would not have expected this. I mean, it's been 2 years. 2 years, like 2020 was like it could have been the best year ever. I mean, the 4th of July, I think on in 2020 fell on a Saturday, and it was probably like it could have been a really nice day, but it ended up being like probably one of the worst times of anybody's life because they really couldn't do anything, right? Jeez. Uh, and it just I don't know. So yeah, I contemplate, being an artist is a great thing. You have so many avenues that you can go down, and so people call it a hobby, some people call it a hobby, but as to you, you might take it a little bit more seriously and try and find a way to make it financially economically viable for you so you can actually make extra money too. And I've been checking out different places to kind of find if there's a way of making extra cash. And other than having to sell what I'm not willing to sell, if you know what I mean. And it's there are a lot of artists, a lot of really great artists out there. Like there's times where I look at some of the people's art and I want to hang up my pencils and pens because it's like, how do I beat that? And they've got the hang of it. They've got the whole thing going on. They're on top of it. They're selling. They're actually uh, exponentially selling themselves, and that's the kind of thing I was kind of hoping to do, but it kind of got a little bit of a damper put on it. My own fault. I blame myself mostly because I mean, if anything, if and there's anybody who's going to pull myself up by my own bootstraps, it's going to be me. So obviously, I'm trying to take like turns to trying to figure out where I can make some extra cash and how I can make some extra cash with what I do. And sure, like I can show people, and I know that there's different ways that if you wanted to, you could sponsor me, and have this kind of thing going on too. And I know I do have it also in my my comments. I think below it has a big list of things that you can do, and if you wanted to kind of help. But what I really like was to be able to use my talents for something positive towards into the world. So I mean, I'm still looking for that thing that other than if I was not doing this for money, what I would do for money. And uh, I have like I wouldn't want to tell you how many things that I've searched through from different ideas for trying to find out what would be the best kind of thing for me to be doing. Uh, um, there's lists and lists and lists of stuff that I probably it. But the only thing is that at my in this point in my life, I can't go back to school. It would be a moot point for me to go back to school to do something where you could easily just show me like a simple way of what you do, and I could easily pick up on it. I am very adaptable when it came to doing a lot of things because even when I was a temp, um, doing secretarial work, doing clerical work, doing I was a purchasing assistant while on a maternity leave, and I managed to make it through like for a year with no qualms. Of course, after the year was over, I wanted out of there because as much as they enjoyed having my company, they didn't really need me after that, and what what the company wasn't what I was hoping for to get into. So I changed my gears and went into a different direction. I think that was around 2001. So that was when, yeah, 9/11 happened that time too. And I was like, I don't ever want to be caught in a place where, I'm not happy where I am in a job where I'd be dissatisfied with what kind of things I was doing to help other people or putting out for other people to reference from or take from, and not be able to go, oh, I don't even understand what she's doing, what is it, what is this, right? So it's a tough road to go down, especially when you start to get old and older, and trying to find like a new road, a new avenue to travel down. And of course, I mean, this is me. That I mean, I'm entertaining. I enjoy doing art, and I enjoy painting, and I love showing people how to do it, and I love doing it for you. I could do whatever you, and murals too, and like tons of murals that I've done in the past, even on my own walls back in the past. And I've been waiting because about a year or two ago we were supposed to prime one of the rooms down in my main sunroom, and I was going to do a nice what do they call it? A scenic kind of uh, like make it a sunroom, like make it feel like you're in Cuba or something. You know what I mean? Make it look kind of like a straw, or you know what I mean? I find myself repeating. I just yeah, I wanted to do something very, and well, at the moment it's still not happening. So it's more been a waiting game, if anything, to move forward. And the more I wait, the more it slips away from me. So I am always asking anybody that is looking for anybody to do any kind of art, give me a shout. Check me out. Look me up on my website. Because I always have something going. And well, I was going to do a little painting today in front of you guys today, but you know what? I'm more into just trying to just show you what I have and trying to figure out what I should add to this and make it something bigger and better and more exciting kind of thing. So that might be my task for the day because I know as it gets closer, with it being holidays and stuff, there's, as much as I look for work, I know that the jobs right now are, everybody's in their spots where they're supposed to be, and until the new year comes and I can get this ball rolling again, get this whole bowl of wax just heading in the right direction. You know what I mean? It'll just be mostly it'll be just a waiting game for a while until I can figure out. But you know what? I'm always impressed by the great response of wonderful people that I get for my art, and I'm always grateful for all the help that I get too. So if you have any suggestions, yeah, please in the comments, leave some comments, leave a like, follow me. I don't want to keep you too long because I know like everybody says they've only got so much time before they got to move and do the next thing. So yeah, I'll be painting today, doing a little bit of painting. Oh, and well, hey, since we're here, I'll do a quick little reading for you. Now, remember what I told you yesterday about, yeah, moving forward and reevaluation. Yeah, yeah, it's still an ongoing thing. So don't give it up. Always keep in your mind that you're trying to find the right path for you to heading, as well as myself. I'm trying to find the right path to head towards. Oh, and I have to show you. Okay, I love these colors together. These are my favorite colors. So I have to just show you my favorite. Orange and turquoise together are so pretty. They just remind me of California and warm weather. So I wanted to be a little warm for you today. So all right, so let's find out what we have going on for today. And well, let's hope it's a good one. I'll start shuffling the cards, and if there's anybody out there who just wants to, sorry, I got an itchy nose. I'm going to kiss a fool today too. I'll be my own fool. I'm good for that. Okay, so let me just shuffle the cards. And when a card either falls out or I feel like it's good enough that I want to stop it from shuffling, I will stop it from shuffling and we will share what the cards have to say for us for today. Now, I'm really trying to make sure that when it comes out, it's going to be one that we're all going to be excited to see and hopefully puts us in the right direction. So, oh, yeah, that one fell out. This one's falling out. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a major arcana card. Yes, it is. All right. And what is this on the basis of? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Let me slip that up. Let me make sure what I'm going to be telling you. Because craftsmanship. Yeah. Okay. So the Hermit. It's time for a little bit of a seclusion. Yeah. So maybe it's a day for yourself for a Wednesday if you're not working like I am. It's a day to sit and contemplate, decide, pick a road, choose a road that you want to head towards. Yeah. It is one of those days. For sure. Major Arcana, the number 9 is a very powerful number too. It's almost like the Fibonacci code, the fractals. Yeah. It's something that either it works from the inside and works its way out, or it starts from the outside and works its way in. Fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, one of my interesting cards that I always find. I did my own deck of tarot cards, at least to the major arcana. I still had to do the rest of them. But my hermit card, he is like It's a decision time. It's a time where there's maybe a fork in the road and you have to decide which direction you want to hand it. And then, funny enough, it has to do with craftsmanship. And funny, like I say, like it's just like I'm just talking about right now, and it's just the cards just echo what I just saying. It's a time for thinking about it and deciding for yourself what direction to head in that'll be beneficial for you in the long run. And yeah, well, let me look up because obviously it is about craftsmanship and make sure that you are in attendance to what you want to do with your life in the way of this. So let me just go to number nine, number nine, number nine, as John Lennon once said. Number nine, yes, this is what it says for you for today. It says, do not look outside yourself for the answer. It is time to withdraw and follow your inner light. Some introspection may lead to self improvement. With mature deliberation, things will happen and be resolved. A person may appear, drawing upon their experience in order to help you. You know, that's kind of really, yeah. I've been having that lately, and it's been very, 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 very helpful. I appreciate that. It really makes me think that I do have to head in the right direction. So, prudence may dictate all that answers. Oh, prudence may dictate that all answers are not revealed immediately. There you go. See, it's just like I told you. It's like one of those things where you kind of just got to sit back and maybe even let it come to you. I had this thing. I woke up this morning thinking of Joni Mitchell and Snakes and Ladders. Is that like a sign of anything? Does anybody like? Does that mean anything to anybody out there? Snakes and Ladders. Yeah, I know. Okay, so all right. So the enchantment for you is to choose a book that you feel has guided you with wisdom and insight in the past. Okay. Hold it on your lap. Place a bowl. Oh, so place in a bowl earth, stones from a nearby path or road. Upon its surface, sprinkle a pinch of golden glitter dust, if you've got glitter dust like I do. Light a blue candle and quietly open a book, that book that you like, to any page, and read where your eyes fall first. You will find the guidance that you've requested. Ooh. So there's something to think about to guide your path in the right direction by using a book to give you a little bit of insight. There's nothing wrong, or it's just giving you a different way of thinking and maybe thinking about more you and the inside. Fascinating. I might have to do that myself. Yeah. And again, it's about craftsmanship and you know, making sure that you keep it, keep it going, keep it in there. There's something special just for you. That's it. So I want to say thank you very much, and I know that I've been a little long-winded, but I appreciate you coming here and giving me this last little bit. And I hope you have a fantastic day because my day ahead, like I say, I'm going to be contemplating a lot of things myself. So I hope you have a great day. And you know, if anybody's not told you today, you are very loved, and not just by me, but by I'm sure somebody else out there. So don't ever feel that you're alone. You're never alone. I'm always here, and I care. Yeah, that's the difference.